Hello folks, and welcome to Advent of Code day number 3. I'm Liz Fong-Jones, and I've been doing Advent of Code the past couple of years, and this is now the third day of the 2020 Advent of Code coding puzzles. So, I'm really excited that hopefully maybe the difficulty will ramp up a little bit. There's not any errata from yesterday, but there is a hint that some viewers kindly shared with me, which is in my day 2 solution, I was not sure how to XOR the min and the max values, Boolean values together in Golang, because the XOR caret operator only works on integers and so forth. But someone pointed out that you could, if you check whether two Boolean values are not equal to each other, that is equivalent to an XOR, to a Boolean XOR. So I absolutely could have done that. So that's not a bug. That's just a optimization that I could have done. So why don't we quickly go in and fix that real fast? I think that's probably the best thing to do. So the way that we do this is something like this. So I think that is the exact same logic, just done a little bit more efficiently. So let's go ahead and run it. I can type today, I swear. And indeed, that yields the same result that I got yesterday, which is 251 and 460. So if I diff that really quickly, you can see what I did, which is apply the hint that people showed me. So that's what I have for a little bit of pre-live. Oh, shit, thank you. Yeah, my bad there. So let me show you the diff again. That is my bad. Every single day I will wind up screwing up a little bit. So this is the thing that needed to happen, is take each of these two statements here, and then instead of trying to XOR it this way, instead just use condition A not equal condition B, and that will resolve to true if one is false and the other is true. Cool. So that is what I have for you in terms of what's going on with the yesterday's solution. So I did create a template for day 3 real fast. So over here I just have the kind of standard stuff about, failed to parse. So we'll go ahead and delete all of this from the template. I should really just create a file called template.go, but I'm a little bit too lazy. All right. Yeah, I did eventually move to that today, Ariel, because someone pointed it out, and I was like, you know what, that's an optimization. It makes sense to do. All right, so let's get ready for the puzzle unlock in 51 seconds. That is not enough time to run an ad break. Oh, well, that's fine. Just people have to deal with pre-roll ads. Okay. So imagine the difficulty gets slightly more complex from here, because day 1 tested, do you know how to, do integer arithmetic? The day 2 tested, do you know how to do input-output mangling? And yeah, so we'll see what's in store for day 3, and I'm excited to do this with you all. Also, the other thing I did last night, by the way, was I hand captioned the video from last night because it was super short. So maybe I'll do it tonight, maybe I won't. Depends how short this is. Okay. So these are patterns that repeat. So that block repeats to the right many, many times. Start on the open square on the top left corner, and I need to reach the bottom. Only follow certain specific steps. Oh, I see. Right 3, down 1. Right. So right 3, down 1. How many trees do I encounter? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. So let's take my input here. And this is to go all the way down to the bottom. So, okay, that makes sense. Great. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to create a tree. And we're also going to create a coordinate pair. Is that right? Yeah, that'll be fine. You know what? Actually, let's not do it that way. Let's just do... okay. And then for each entry here, let's see, so this is trees I make. Okay. That is going to be the character hash. Okay. And let's just quickly print this to make sure that this makes sense before we proceed any further. Yeah, I'm not going to need that. Okay, that seems to make sense. Let's just look at the first line to make sure it does what we expect it to. So the puzzle input says false, true, false, 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 blah, 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 true, false, 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 true, false, false, false. Yep, okay, that looks good. Great. So now that I have that, so now we need to have a method of telling whether for any given position, all right, so let's see this. So I start here, and then I'm supposed to go right 3, down 1. Okay, so and then I need to wrap this around. So always going the same value, but this is just easier for consistency. If trees traversed column and then so I think this should do what we expect it to. So let's go ahead and put this in here. That's correct. Great. So now part 2. In part 2, we need to check all the other slopes, and we need to multiply it together. Oh, that's really not that bad. Okay. So I'm just going to take this. do it. And then this is just that. Assuming that there's an even number of entries. So okay, and then we need to do write one, down one, and then write 5, down 1, write 7, down 1, and then write 1, down 2. And that is multiplied, not just commas. Okay. So that seems reasonable. Let's go ahead and plug that in. And that is not correct. All right, so what did I get wrong? Multiply together the number of trees encountered on each of the listed slopes. Ah! Okay. So I probably just have a reading comprehension issue here. This is correct. Oh, duh. There we go. Now I feel better about that. Rate limited. Literally due to a single, literally right here, like this substitution. Thank you, Ariel. Let's make sure that that looks correct. That's not the right answer either. Okay. So that's fascinating. Write 1, down 1. Write 5, write 7, write 1, down 2. Okay, so I suspect that I have an error in my logic here, maybe? What did I do wrong here? Well, let's run it against this example code here. That way we can really quickly check this. So that yields 7 and 168, which is wrong. Okay, so I can at least debug this now. Okay, so let's do it this way. It's a little annoying, but I'll do it this way. Okay, and then we'll do it this way so that it makes it easier to debug. Yes, Delve is a decent debugger, but in this case I'm just doing CDE times E times C times D times E. Okay. 7, 2, yep, 3, 4. Why does that yield 1? Why do I get 1 when the actual answer is 2? Down 2. Pitch to the right many times. So on until you go past the bottom of the map. What happens if I do this? Then of course that panics. Yeah, that's right. So that logic is fine. Oh, that's my bug. Why is it going 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10? That's not right. That last one is wrong. Traverse plus equals down. So if down is 2. Oh, whoops. Yeah. Oh, I feel silly about this. This is not traverse. Oh, I feel silly. Okay. This needs to be this instead. Thank you, Ariel. Okay. Okay, that looks correct now. That's 336. So now I can run it on my real input and feel very, very sheepish and silly about myself. There we go. That's correct. Cool. Awesome. Well, variable naming and reading comprehension is hard. I'm glad that Eric put in that test case because that obviously caught the thing that I was going to mess up. So that looks fine. Added of realizing I can't read.com. I love it. Layer 3AB. All right, folks. Have a really great evening, and I will see you all tomorrow about this time. Cheers. Oh, stick around. I'm going to set up a raid against Irene's, who are working on this. Incoming.